Hello everybody, welcome back to me here of Genshinimpact. In this video we'll be continuing where we left off last episode. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you watch it because it's a long one, and this one will also be a long one, but thankfully this will be the final part 2. But yeah, a lot of things happened last episode, but the main freaking thing that happened is that we and the Hydro Archon are going to court. It's about time we took her to court for her offenses, which I guess we're trying to prove that she is in fact not the real Hydro Archon and is in fact a fake. So that is where we left off last time, so we're going to try to prove that case, I guess, through court and so on and so forth. But yeah, there's nothing much really else to say, you know. It's pretty long. We're finally going to finish it, and I guess we'll do Furina story quest another time. But yeah, let's finish this up.
So there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial through to the very end.
Yep, let's do it. I am Sal, or whatever his name is.
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along.
What's up?
This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According to her, it should speed up the proceedings.
What is it?
Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte!
Hey,
Oh, let Paimon see.
we're on TV.
Isn't this the exclusive interview that she did with us before?
Oh,
Wait,
already happened?
then
Damn.
that means this document is a perfect timeline of everything that's happened ever since we stepped foot in Fontaine!
Oh,
in other words,
snap.
We can refer to this anthology of evidence every time we want to use something from our journey as evidence for an argument!
Damn, what's our biography?
Let's quickly
Crazy.
confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
I got you, but
You defeated the
Oh.
Hydro Archon in the very first duels. I didn't.
oh damn. All right. Freaking
This
evidence.
is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference of opinion with the oratories of
Yep.
the Tui Harbinger. The fourth,
Yep, the knave.
the
Oh god.
words of someone as extraordinary as a
Wait.
witch.
What are we doing? Oh god. Have we reviewed it?
The prosecution and the defense are both in position.
Yep.
The trial shall now begin.
Aw, snap.
Oh, come on, Nervillette. There's no need to repeat all the unimportant legalese. Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, I still haven't even been informed of my supposed guilt in all of this.
You know
Of
it.
course, it is only natural for humans to struggle to understand the actions of a god. However, you will need more than that to convict me of a crime.
That's true. But
Oh.
my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an Archon. Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Damn.
What was that? Lady Furina's a fraud?
Them actually spoke for once.
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking our duty, but did I hear that right? She's not our Archon at all?
Yeah, bro. I mean, it's kind of obvious.
Charge accepted.
Oh, damn. He accepted that joint. We on.
Lady Furina, do you plead guilty to the charge?
Damn, nah, bro. You know it's
Lady
true.
Furina,
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Furina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine, could be anything other than your true Archon.
Yeah. Even though Lady Furina can be rather eccentric, isn't it going too far to doubt her very identity?
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady Furina can be super irresponsible, but what grounds does that prosecutor have to make such a huge claim?
All the ground, man. Damn right.
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling their memory. See? Even the oratories has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld?
Wait, which side am I on? Am I on the left or right?
If you wish to drop the case,
I'm on the
I
right.
can promise you, as the god of justice, that you will not have to face trial for making a false accusation. We will treat everything that's happened as a dramatic spectacle and move on with our lives. What do you say to that?
No. I'm too
An
gangster
argument
for
with
that.
near impossible odds, huh?
You have to not only refute Furina's claims, but also overturn the long-held beliefs of the people.
Well, I tried to give you the chance to surrender. If you must persist, then let me ask. If you believe I'm not the Archon, then what manner of being do you think I am?
You just a fake boy. You're
And
just a person.
if I was not the Archon, then how did I manage to live for over 500 years?
That's cap. That is cap. Gotta think carefully, man. Respect to God, alright. 500 years. How is she alive for that long? Did she discover immortality, or is she just that guy? Let's see. Irrelevant. Alright, we got 1 relevant case, 2, 3. Alright, we only got 3. Ooh, N. Wait, oh, I didn't mean to select it. Damn.
That doesn't sound right. Paimon doesn't think this clue can be used as
Mama, okay, oh yeah, freaking, because Furina doesn't have the Gnosis. Now, obviously, not Archons have them on them. Like, for example, who was it? It was what's her face? The Raina Shogun. She didn't have the Gnosis, but Yai had it. So it could be possible that too, but most unlikely. This one's gotta work.
First of all, you may be a member of another long-lived race, which would allow you to naturally possess an extended lifespan. And second of all, even if that wasn't the case, there could be other ways to extend your life.
Such as a curse.
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against me.
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble a type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity, but a curse after all.
You sensed it too, huh, Neverlet?
Yep.
Lady Furina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell humans and gods apart just by looking at them. It's not impossible.
Oh snap! There we go. The odds are against you.
Well,
Literally.
don't start celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human being?
Man, just pull out the Gnosis then. Damn.
Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped as God. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine.
Oh yeah.
One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the endemnitium that is used in every aspect of life.
Oh wait, remember on the left. Damn. That one trial. Yep. Oh god. All right. That one trial, it proved otherwise. So who? What's relevant? This is relevant. And yeah, child's conviction. It proved otherwise. Even though he was obviously...
You tried to reference the Oratrice. But weren't you as confused as all the rest of us when the Oratrice declared Child to be guilty without any proof? Otherwise, you should have come up with a good explanation for that by now.
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend. There is no need to provide an explanation.
Damn right there is. Explain.
Lady Furina, I believe a reminder of your current circumstances is in order. While the court is in session, the principles of justice and the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and foremost the defendant in this trial. You
Damn
will
right.
prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric against me.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Furina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
Explain.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Oratrice.
Yep.
Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
Yep.
The real Hydro Archon. Well, now you're really losing me. It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day. But the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses.
Oh god, man,
Seems
we need
like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over the Oratrice.
I got you, bro. But just tell her to move the ocean or something. Let's see if she can.
My power as an Archon. There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the formidable power of an Archon?
Too many incoming phone calls.
If that
Oh
poses a
god.
concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
You don't need to go that far.
Yep.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Damn.
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Indemnitium.
So...
Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous god?
Isn't that a huge stretch?
Yeah.
Damn.
No matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be called a god?
Yep. There we go.
It seems like nobody's buying Furina's excuse.
Hey,
Yep.
come now, everyone. Please don't stare at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same Furina you knew, right? The one that you loved. Shouldn't you want to believe in me, please? You've got to believe me.
No.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And then all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Damn.
That's enough.
What?
Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is? If you have no evidence of another Hydro Archon's existence, nor can you find anyone who can back up their claim to be such, then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
I got you.
She came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now? Seems like she really doesn't want to give up.
Who is the Hydro Archon? We can just say it's never led. They won't know the difference. Lenny, that dude, child, name, never let. It's never let, bro.
That
Nope.
doesn't
Damn
sound
it.
right. Paimon doesn't think this clue can be.
Alright, it's either Lenny or this old guy. This one. Please.
It has been established
Yep.
that all Fontainians can dissolve in water from the primordial sea. And that means...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you being the latter.
Yep.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Super
Damn.
sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll... Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives, including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Furina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater?
Damn. Oh. So she's gonna dissolve if she touches it.
Dare to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon. Touching this seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen your case. But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula.
Yep.
The Spina has governed Poisson for many years.
If Lady Furina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontainian like all the rest of us. Would she really dare to try?
She gonna go? Watch her lose her hand. That'd be scary, no cap. Touch it. You won't. Do it for the vine.
Lady Furina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline participation.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
Yep.
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word. It really does seem like she's quite terrified of it. That could only mean...
What's going on? Is she really planning to... that's not what we thought she would...
She gonna touch it? Like, see it.
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Furina, you may...
You touched it. Oh.
Hey!
Is she actually... She's scared. Unless she's not from Fontaine.
I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here! I haven't been dissolved! Will you believe me now?
Damn, okay.
I really am your Archon! I'm nothing like a normal human who would fall apart as soon as they touch this water! Really? Was this not the most obvious thing in the world?
Miss Siegewin? If you're present, Miss Siegewin, please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Siegewin?
Siegewin?
Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss Siegewin.
Is she dissolving or is she burnt?
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Furina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. These indicate that she was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
So...
Thank you, Miss Siegewin. Lady Furina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
So it was like only minor damage.
Oh, wait. What did she just say? I didn't get dissolved! Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur.
I mean, obviously, yeah, if she would have disappeared, it would have been like a commotion.
We don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
Yeah, so out of regard for Furina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Furina could have...
I
Could've.
can't believe...
Yep. We proved her wrong. She can't have known? What? Something about her facade. She's keeping it up.
Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such cold and disdainful looks. What happened just now didn't prove a single thing. Think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an Archon can't also be affected by the primordial seawater? Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water?
I don't know. I'll be quite honest with you.
Please, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your Archon.
Fake news. Now what? Which way is it leaning towards? Bro, let me see the aura trees. Damn. Oh.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. The odds are just too stacked against her now.
Who's speaking?
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any way left for Furina to win.
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
Aw, snap. Let's see.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone.
What's gonna happen? Is the real Archon about to appear? Unless she's gonna admit it. Yeah, I don't like this, man. Hello?
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Furina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Furina is...
Guilty?
Guilty.
Damn. The truth's out. What do you have to say?
We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique
Oh, yeah.
d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges.
Alright, let's see what it says. It's gonna be a little scary, man. I heard, because in the trailers we did see some interesting results. Damn, bro. Big ol' flashing light. What if I had epilepsy? What you gonna do?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Furina is
guilty or not guilty? What?
Well, what's wrong?
It's gonna say not guilty,
What's
bro.
the Oratrice's verdict?
Nah, bro. They're doing too much with this, bro. It can't be.
No. The Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
What?
Isn't that correct then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus: the Hydro Archon, guilty to be punished via the death sentence.
Damn.
The death sentence?
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a myth.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court, and it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god of justice? What an unexpected
Furina's been sentenced to death by the Oratrice?
Damn.
We just wanted to use the trial to show her the seriousness of things so she'd tell us the truth. How did things escalate this quickly?
Bro, someone's controlling this, bro. I'm telling you, bro. This is not no
This outcome
people.
is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current definitions of justice, as well as its recommendations for criminal sentences, is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that have been committed?
Yeah! Even Fontaine wasn't sentenced to death by the Oratrice.
For
We
real.
know the real evil mastermind behind the serial disappearances case.
Oh god, he actually murdered people.
Indeed. Not only is Furina's sentence overly excessive, the very point of our trial today was also to prove that Furina has never been the Hydro Archon in the first, but now, the Oratrice seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the Hydro Archon. What does this mean?
Bro, someone is up to this, bro. Can I leave, please?
Excuse me, if I may interrupt.
Remney, bro, you're the last person I thought we can speak up.
Is the trial still going?
Yes.
Remine, you finally made it. I assume this means you've completed your mission?
Oh, snap.
Any mission Father assigns to me will always be top priority.
What happened? Remney, what did you bring? What is that?
That the first prophecy slate?
Damn, what does that say?
Huh. So the knave privately arranged for Fremine to try and find the missing slate.
I looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea.
Damn.
It took me a long time to get around some dangerous stretches of water. But has the trial already concluded? Then doesn't that mean I've come too late? Oh no. Father will be disappointed in me.
No. We good.
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Fremine. Please allow me to review the record left on the slip.
What does it say? The first tablet. I saw a picture of
Traveler,
Furina.
I believe that you have already seen the other existing slates, and would like you to come here and confirm their contents.
No problem, gangster. Let me just jump down there. Never mind, I'm gonna take the stairs.
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
This looks like right now? Turning the oceans into human
I believe
beings.
I've now
Damn.
made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Wait, oh damn, I didn't see it.
Is the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's Furina, and we've already proven that she's not the Hydro Archon. So when you say Hydro Archon, do you mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kinda talking?
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates. However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. Paimon will do her best to help you remember.
I think I remember. The rocks or the slates. God. Alright, yep. Oh no. I did not read any of that. Here we go. We gotta do one of these joints again.
The
Now
first
what?
stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her divine power.
Oh, okay.
And then the Oceanids turn into humans.
I
Does
guess.
that mean that Fontainians are transformed Oceanids? Oh, Paimon wasn't expecting that. But if Oceanids can turn into humans, then perhaps this process can be reversed as well.
That's why they can dissolve, because they're legit just water.
The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together.
Yep.
The heavens still brought judgment down upon them. This must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontainians were branded with their original sin. Does this mean that the original sin and the Hydro Archon sin are the same thing?
So that's why they can dissolve in water. That's their punishment.
The third slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea, surrounded by many people. That reminds Paimon, didn't we also watch that happen to someone else? Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontainians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident, it was just a question of when and not if.
So we gotta what? Find the right order? Damn. The first slate, we got the Hydro Archon turning people into Oceanids, or the other way around. This one. Yep.
We know from the case of the serial disappearances of young women that Fontainians can be dissolved in primordial seawater. And the first stone slate tells us that long ago, the Hydro Archon used her power to turn Oceanids into humans.
Makes sense.
This might be the reason that Fontainians can dissolve.
Yeah, I told you I was so. There we go. Alright, next we got the sin. Alright. Which one? I feel like either Nebula or his. Oh, it is his. I'm so smart.
What is about to take place has all happened before. The true sin of the Hydro Archon that Nervalet mentioned, and the original sin cast down on the people of Fontaine by Celestia, as recorded on the stone slates.
Alright. Next up is the people watching her submerge into the water. What will be used? I think hers? It is hers,
as
damn.
simple as falling into the sea. When Navia fell into the sea, her consciousness was subjected to judgment. The stone slates show the people gathered around the Hydro Archon in the sea.
I'm on a roll, bro.
Could that be alluding to the same thing?
Well, I'm him, bro. God, I'm so intelligent. This last one is her sitting on her throne. What could that mean? We have 3 answers. We have fate can be changed. Never likes pushing his back, and then child's conviction. I'm thinking either child's conviction or this one. Let's do this one.
That doesn't sound quite right.
No, child's.
That doesn't.
Fine, never let.
The
Damn, never
prophecy
mind.
from the stone slates found its way into society, but not many people believed it at first. The fortress of Meropide was nearly flooded with primordial seawater, which we know can cause Fontainians to dissolve. It seems increasingly likely that the prophecy may come true. If we hadn't dealt with it in time, things could have gone very badly.
Right, we did it. I'm just him, bro.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea, but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater, converge, and take the form of an Oceanid.
Also, they revert back when they get exposed to primordial seawater to the people.
The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Perhaps this means that her sin was actually Fontaine's original sin. Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people of Poisson in a court within her consciousness.
Oh, yeah.
And was forced to take part in a trial meant to make her stay.
So that way she could dissolve with the rest of them.
The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meropide was the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass no matter what. The prophecy's contents can all be verified by recent events. If we combine what we know together, loads of truth should come to light.
So now what? Please. No more. Now what?
you can make sense of it. But then it feels like we're going to have to share some truly shocking revelations.
Yep.
Let's hear them.
The first slate reveals that.
Incredible. Linny, did you hear that?
We're not real humans.
Crazy.
All Fontainians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their basis. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontainians could dissolve in primordial seawater, and how all the girls Vacher dissolved were also turned into Oceanids.
Yep.
And according to Navia, when she was about to get dissolved, she also saw everyone gathered around for a trial, all of them in the shape of Oceanids.
Indeed.
And then.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that she probably angered Celestia by creating humans without prior permission. That could also explain why the Oratrice judged the Hydro Archon to be guilty. It's to account for that ancient sin.
The Hydro Archon's truth.
Oh, damn, I didn't mean to do that.
Sin was creating us?
And yet, after many hundreds of years, the Hydro Archon's creations have turned around to try to judge the Archon within the Opera Epiclese.
Yep.
Yeah, isn't the
Damn it, I need to stop doing that.
image here just like when Navia fell into the sea? So wouldn't it be trying to show the image of the Hydro Archon also falling into the sea once the prophecy has been fulfilled in the fourth slate? In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain weeping on her throne. Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away. Did Paimon get all that right?
Yep.
You've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still don't know, it is impressive that you've already managed to connect so many pieces of the truth. However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slates, they've also been etched with an additional layer of hidden information using a different power source.
What's that?
When we were at the ruins, I tried to decipher the hidden information recorded in the slates. But since we only had 3 slates at the time, I was unable to come to a full conclusion. Now that the slate collection is complete, I shall make another attempt to decipher the narrative recorded within.
Yep.
If everything goes well, we should finally be informed of the unadulterated truth.
Let's see it. Come on, Neverlet. What can you see?
Well, did you get it?
That was quick.
I believe I should share this truth not only with you, but with all the people of Fontaine as well. I will try to briefly summarize it for you.
Damn, bro, he got it.
Your hypotheses regarding the origin of Fontainians and the sin of the Hydro Archon were both correct. In the Fontaine of old, the previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land.
Oh, okay, I get it.
The
So she's made of
Oceanids were
humans.
enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, the Hydro Archon, as one of the 7, did not possess the authority to create a new form of human life.
Damn.
Not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiars by appropriating the power of this planet's primordial sea. She poured primordial seawater into the Oceanids' blood vessels, creating humanoid mimics in the process. But if Fontainians were to ever come into direct contact with water from the primordial sea, the power within their bodies would escape these artificial restraints and return to the sea. As a result, their forms would collapse, and they would be reverted to their original forms as Oceanids.
Damn,
Of course,
alright.
the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the primordial sea. That is the true history of how the people of Fontaine first came into being.
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
Crazy, right?
That's way too much information for me. I think I'm just going to pretend that I never heard a single... Wait, but if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydro Archon be sentenced to death. After all, her only sin was creating us.
This really might be
Yep.
too much information for your regular Fontainian, but it does answer a lot of our questions.
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stone slates was inaccurate. The slates' respective positions are, in fact, correct. A key point of the visual on the third slate is how all the individuals depicted in the water are humans rather than oceanids. They have not been dissolved, which implies that the water depicted in this slate is not water from the primordial sea.
So,
the nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro, as well as the nation of Trials and Justice. Instead of being the literal element, the water in the scene symbolizes judgment and justice. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her consciousness was surrounded by that of many others who intended to hold a trial to determine her fate. Therefore, the meaning of the third slate is
a trial.
That the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro Archon at the court of justice.
So it's happening. So the fourth one hasn't happened.
Yes, it refers to our present situation.
I think I'm following now. So, what you're saying is, even though we decided to put on this trial to avoid fulfilling the prophecy, in truth, everything we've done has happened exactly as the prophecy foretold. So now, it seems, we're the ones making sure it comes true.
Damn, so we really about to flood?
What should we do?
How do we change fate?
Huh. No matter what, the prophecy will be fulfilled. Is this what it feels like to be a prisoner of fate?
If that's the case, does that mean the scene in the fourth slate will also be fulfilled soon?
Oh, not
Traveler,
dog.
I would like to point out another small fallacy in your deductions.
What happened?
About the fourth slate. You probably thought that the eruption of primordial seawater beneath the fortress of Meripede served as the surest sign that the prophecy was about to come to pass. However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, that eruption could in fact only be a small warning of something far worse to come.
I mean...
As for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before.
Ooh. What could it be? Child? Oh my god, another one, the ultimate proof. Damn, we gotta find the ultimate proof.
Was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
The whale. I do it all over again? No, everything's fine. This one is not. The whale. Yep. The whale in the damn dream.
Dream and reality.
The whale. And that was easy.
If we're talking about a true culprit, that could only be that thing inside the primordial sea, right?
The truth, the original sin, the trial, and the root cause of the disaster.
Who would have thought a whale would be the answer? Oh damn, now what? Oh god, it's happening right now. No! Please, I'm too young. Well, they're too young. Is it happening? Damn! It's the big old whale. What do I do now? Oh god, never lay. He's about to throw hands. Throw it back. Not like that. Never mind, he's not gonna hold it back. Jesus. So just like that. What's about to happen? Oh god. It's about to eat all of them? Nope. Me. Child. He's fighting it. Let's go, let's see it. Jesus. Okay. That's not a good sign. It left. Damn. You're back. Been a while, dog. Go back in? Come on now, but we could have caught him. Well then, that was
way too close!
Jesus.
That thing just burst into the opera house! Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
That thing just came through existence.
So
I
we've
don't
met
know.
it at last. I understand very well why it has chosen to make an appearance here. That
Why?
whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed the stars, weeping all the while. It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. That is the main cause for the rising sea level. And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained within the sea, its next step will be...
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontainians out of oceanids, she filled their blood vessels with primordial seawater.
Precisely.
Yep.
That whale finds the blood of Fontainians nigh impossible to resist. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea,
Trying to eat us?
decided to make its next stop a packed opera house full of food. Food in the form of Fontainians.
Damn.
We just barely managed to push it back, right? In that case, won't it come back to target the people again once it's managed to recover its strength?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. Without him, the whale would have likely come onto land far sooner.
Damn.
From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for quite a long time.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but we definitely didn't expect it to help us out like this.
For real, man.
Anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy, all we need to do to stop the prophecy would be to find a way to beat it up, right?
Beat it up, I
It is
guess.
too late.
Why? What do you mean?
It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. At this point, it has become practically integrated with the sea itself. Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still survive and swim off towards some other world.
So we're not gonna talk about the huge gaping hole in existence right next to us, like.
That's not something I will accept. We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit.
Okay.
We've come so far. You can't just tell me that the last hurdle is some impossible foe. That's just not fair.
Indeed.
We got it.
That's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end. No matter...
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
Nah, but what that lady said, we could change fate with N.
The
What now?
prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
History of the future. After everything is still turned out like this, we couldn't fight against fate. Wait, but if this is all about fate.
Just as prophecies are usually only the future as seen from the perspectives of the gods, could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall?
Yep.
Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part.
So, damn, oh. Could it be that even if the prophecy will be fulfilled, that there's still a way to save everyone? Oh, I missed something? Oh, did I miss something? Oh yeah, she was about to say something to us. What is her real secret? She still hasn't told us. Oh, got another cutscene. The Orcrease? Oh, snap.
What's happening with the Oratrice?
Oh god, bro, it's spazzing out.
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
How? Where's Furina? She's still there? She's sleeping.
Furina!
Get out. Bro, how's it gonna execute her? Is it gonna shoot her with the laser beam?
No, I still need answers.
Go up there. Damn, bro, I got some hops. What'd I do? What'd I do? Touch it. Oh. Flashbang. What happened? What the? A sword? Can I breathe? Oh god, where are we? No, that's... Is that the real Hydro Archon? Oh god, no. The fans are gonna have a field day with that.
You...
Furina, is it your true form?
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help my...
You are not Furina. Who are you?
Or is this her secret? She has two sides. One of them is because she has two different eyes, so one of them is her Archon self and the other one is her normal self? I don't know.
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question, I am Focalor. You know, the god.
Focalor? Why did you deceive?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of deceiving the heavenly principle.
Deceiving the heavenly...
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my dearest predecessor. That's the former Hydro Archon Egeria for the uninitiated. It hardly gets more disastrous than a preordained national catastrophe. Now does it? She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles at one's peril. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I found myself in. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I finally realized there was only one possible solution to this confounding conundrum. I had to outwit the heavenly principles, allow the prophecy to be fulfilled, ostensibly at least, while saving everyone at the same time. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why Egeria chose me as her successor. Although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation, the quotidian duties of the Hydro Archon, and not to mention the original sin of creating a new race of humans, I dare say she left me quite a colossal mess to clean up. But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her Oceanid familiars.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Interesting.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. In my eyes, to be human is to be part of the greatest opera ever known. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Furina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain and conceited, or as meek and vulnerable as she wished. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could possess, as were her shortcomings. But in my eyes, Furina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way. The person I always wanted to be. Anyway, so then I cursed her.
Damn.
All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the final scene of the prophecy? The Hydra Archon alone, weeping on her throne. In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Furina to be an actress, to play the part of the Hydro Archon in the prophecy. Under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady, to forever play the part of the god from the prophecy, all to create a deceitful appearance of that prophecy coming to pass. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the Opera Epiclese.
But Furina is only human, isn't? Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of any other ordinary human being. I cannot begin to fathom what she has had to endure. It must have been torture for—
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it.
I don't want to kill the mood, but I'm hungry, bro.
It's been 500 years. And all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Bro, can I please move? Please, I need to end this. I'm trying to go eat. Is that what I saw? Oh, I thought I lost my hand. I was about to say. Furina's inner world, her divinity. That's what we just tapped into. Please, please. God, do I continue? I can't leave, can I? What if I can, bro? Okay, no, we gotta continue. Damn, bro, I was trying to end it here, but God, how do I get up? You wanna wake up?
Oh, who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, I understand your admiration for my august self, but I must ask you to keep to the rules. All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. Do not distract me from my performance.
Said don't look at me.
Oh, do not jest. Can you not feel it?
What?
I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontainians are upon me. I must, at all times, display the utmost elegance and nobility.
I let the lights turn off. What? Something's off. There's no getting through to her. What could this mean? I have to find a way. Gotta turn off these lights. Turn them away.
Dear audience,
What the?
The performance is
Man, I ain't trying to
experiencing
fight right
a
now.
technical difficulty, but worry not.
Nope.
The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Oh my god, I gotta fight this joint. Hey, whoa, calm down. Last one, come on. Alright. Something should happen now. That's all the spotlights turned off. Speaking of which, I think we received some sort of signal. What was that? Her true voice? How did I end up here? A ticket. Aw, snap. Let's enjoy the show. This long show, oh my god. Scene 1. Before a mirror, Furina. Oh, I'm Furina. That's crazy. I just get to walk around. There was like no reason to stop in any of this. Oh snap, here's the mirror.
Furina. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Look in the mirror.
Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you. Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How can this be? Mirror you, huh? You know what? That's not bad. Let's go with mirror me. What do you wish to— The prophecy. Have you heard of— What prophecy? Wait. I know. I don't know why, but in my head somehow. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
Oh, very good. You know it well.
What's going on? I can't seem to remember anything clearly. The only thing I know for sure is this prophecy. Will it really come to pass?
Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. Disaster will come to Fontaine sooner or later. Things will develop just as the prophecy declared. There is no escaping it.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontainian just like them. Will I dissolve too?
For real.
Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist in this world precisely to give people a chance to turn things around. It is the reason why you met me today. I will tell you how to save everyone, but you may have to suffer somewhat.
Oh, so there's still hope after all. Goodness, you frightened me. You spoke so much and with so much certainty. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that the first thing that came to mind was, why do I have to be the one to suffer? But if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? So if I've already met you as my magical meeting in this world, if there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side and my pain on the other, is it not obvious where the scales should tilt?
You truly are the perfect human. My ideal. I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon. I need you to play a role. That of the new Archon.
Oh, is this how she got her vision?
Play as a god?
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. You must never let anyone suspect your identity. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of defying this prophecy. But should your identity be revealed, then all hope will be lost.
But how will I do this? A human assuming the role of a god without being exposed.
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn yourself into a real god. You simply need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Being a human yourself, I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be like. Remember, your true challenge will not be pursuing divinity, but contending against humanity.
I'm still not sure I understand, but I'll try. I'll try to do that. So, how long am I going to have to play this role?
To accomplish this mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. You will endure and not grow old until your task ends. But I promise you, all will eventually end in a magnificent and dramatic trial, and everyone will be saved.
A trial?
A trial. So right now?
How exciting. I'll be...
Alright, we got her freaking thing. Scene 2, Ascension Speech Furina. God. Is this how she becomes a god? Here we go, we still doing this, alright. Oh. Is that walk 2 miles an hour? Can we make it in time? Oh my god, a bomb! Now what?
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession. But this is my first time facing the people. What should I say to most appear like a god? To be honest, I still don't know. Perhaps I should first try to act natural. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclé. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role of Hydro Archon. Indeed, I am Furina de Fontaine, your new Archon. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all as the god Focalor, the god of justice. I shall do all within my power to lead you into an age of fairness and justice. Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or suggestions, please send them to the Maison Cardinalise. The future of Fontaine will require us to work together, after all. This should do it. I thought I might stammer, but thankfully, I was able to convey my thoughts just fine. Okay, and next.
That's the new Hydro Archon.
Oh, snap.
Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit more assertive.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions there at the end.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest. What's...
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a Maison-back puppet.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone suspecting me of being a fake? Oh, this is bad. If I get exposed here, there'll be no saving the people from the prophecy, right? Mirmi said that I just need to play the role of a god as humans imagine them to be. Calm down, Furina. Think. What do the people want? How would they imagine a god to speak and act? Assertive, with a strong sense
Dominant.
of presence. One who can dispel all doubt. That is the character I'm fated to play.
You gotta be dominant and infertile, whatever the saying is. Speak.
Oh, very good, my people. Only ones such as you are deserving of my rule. Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come onto the stage and claim ownership of this opera house, would the children of Fontaine follow them? Well, it seems that you would all see right through them. Having passed my test, you are qualified to witness wondrous trials alongside my august self, here in this opera house. You may consider my previous act a door gift of sorts. I thought it was a debut that suited the atmosphere. Now then, let us be reintroduced.
Ah, so that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Her personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest, but I suppose it's a better look than before.
Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful. Our future may yet be bright after all.
Yep.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my accession speech.
Summon courage.
My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer be washed away. Well, I say that justice is most fragrant when it blooms amid sin. No, this won't work.
Oh,
They'll
snap.
suspect me again. I must play the role that they want me to play.
Turn up the drama.
The scales of
My bad.
justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its god. On one side, it must carry fairness and justice. And on the other, praise and applause. May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light the fires and drink to the future of Fontaine!
And the speech empathetically.
There is no trouble in this world that justice
the right one.
cannot solve. All that is needed is for you, my people, to believe in it, heart and soul. So long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese, so long as I stand before the Oratrice, I shall even judge the gods of this world!
Damn. One way to do it. Jesus. I skip? Alright. Last scene? Or it be 4 scenes? Scene 3, Opera House, Furina. Now what, bro? Oh, I can run now. Never mind, I can't. What's this? Hello? Also, like... Alright, we got... a little bed. Ew. My room? Metaphorically speaking.
Lady Furina, here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now. Was I not just at the Opera House in person? Leave these kinds of things to Neuvillette. Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the—
If I may be so impertinent, what kind of trial are you truly looking for?
A magnificent, dramatic, and wondrous trial. A trial to end all things. How could you hope to understand?
That's true. I fear I lack the ability to grasp your divine thought, Lady Archon.
No need for fright, and do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now, do your duties. The trial I await. It will come one day.
My bad, had a cough. Now what?
Lady Furina, I don't know what to say. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No need to thank me. Or rather, thank your own sense of perseverance instead. Long have you stood in line to meet me, have you not? Oh, I'm afraid that's just an inevitable consequence of my divine— All right, Deoteria, is it? How is your son's illness?
You remembered me, and you knew of my family. He is doing much better now. In fact, he is far more of an ardent believer than I. He was the one who forced me to seek an audience with you, and to bring your words back to him.
Oh, good. Very good. If this should happen again in the future, please do not hesitate to come and tell me. Going down to citizens' homes every so often, while not usual practice, should serve as a fine change of pace.
You're such a gentle and wise god. Thank you once again, on behalf of my son.
Alright, it's like our first day on the job. Okay. Gotta fight though. That's the true question. I mean, yeah. Person X is not working. What's this?
Lady Furina, here are the latest hydrological reports. As for the specific parameters you asked to take note of, I'm afraid things still don't look good.
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, I did already expect this, but I wanted to see how far your human wisdom would allow you to analyze it. All manner of signs indicate that the prophecy will still come to pass. Forget it. That's not something you need to worry about right now.
Well, as I understand it, the Fontaine Research Institute is also trying to find a way to counter the rising water levels.
Really? Have they found anything?
I'm afraid that they haven't found any effective solution thus far.
Oh, is that so? Well, no wonder. This issue has reached the realm of the gods, after all. Still, their spirit is praiseworthy.
Alright, now what? Can we go back to sleep? Alright. It's a long day of being a god, man. That's crazy.
The day is finally over.
Yep.
I haven't had a moment to breathe this whole time, but it's good to see that everything's getting on track.
there are no longer any voices of suspicion. Maybe this is fine. I just need to keep going, and everyone will be saved. Alright, Furina, don't think too hard about this. You need rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
Alright, final scene, hopefully. Scene 4, Opera House, Furina. Again.
Lady Furina, here are the new trial reports for the latest cases, as well as a summary of the follow-up.
There'll be no need for that. I've seen them already. There's no need to go back over scenes I've witnessed in person before.
Damn.
Lady Furina, I've waited so long for this chance to see you in this manner.
Indeed, my dear, loyal citizen. This joyous moment is an honor for us both.
It just becomes the
Lady
same for
Furina,
her.
we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. Keep me informed should anything come up at the institute.
And it's just the same thing every day.
I don't think I let anything slip today. I must show the people that there is nothing to worry about. I just don't know when these days will end. I feel utterly exhausted. Best to rest early.
Nah, what, bro? Damn, bro, how many scenes? Scene 5, Opera House. This is gonna be the same thing. Papers, institution, interviews, going to sleep early. Yep. Damn, bro, I feel bad now. Oh snap, new scene. What is this? Scene 1. Damn!
Lady Furina,
What's that number?
it's like a dream being able to speak with you up close like this.
How many days are in 500 years? We want 18,000
I
days?
heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with you was Madame Dioteria, almost 20 generations ago.
Damn.
And what a fine family yours is indeed. It brings me great joy to meet such a faithful believer, a descendant of a line most ardent.
Surely you exaggerate, Lady Fur...
What is it, good citizen?
Are you crying?
Oh, really now? This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters.
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power, then. Oh, Archon, I am honored to have witnessed it. Honored indeed.
How many more days, man?
So interminable. So lonely. Just how much longer? Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps the show must go on for hundreds more. I never imagined that it would hurt so much. Have I reached my limit? No. Perhaps I reached it long ago. Today I didn't even notice my own tear. I want to tell someone, anyone, about this. But would that not destroy all I've done? So I've conducted so many investigations across the centuries. But there's not even a sliver of hope that we might break the prophecy. All I can do is keep heart. I must maintain this act. It is the only way to save Fontaine. Please, mirror me. You have...
How many more, bro? This is getting long, bro. Jesus. 182,376. Is that what it said? Now what?
Furina, you don't have to shoulder this burden alone. Although I don't know what you might be keeping from everyone. Your people are more than willing to share your burden.
It's me again. Damn, bro. My vision is gone. But that's my voice in this scene from when we were waiting. Okay, and this is now. This is great. I don't think that this scene will replay in the new.
Share my burden. That's impossible. It was fated right from the start that this would be my duty.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, you can still choose to confide in someone. Just share it with me. I'm what you'd call a witness.
A witness? Yes. I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here.
Whatchamacallit? Oh yeah, cause damn, I forgot what I was gonna say.
And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator.
Exactly, I would have no
aren't
impact.
you?
So she was thinking about telling the secret.
If that's the
That's what she was gonna tell me.
He's right. I could confide in him, couldn't I? But if things don't play out as expected, the people of Fontaine will be the ones to pay. No, Furina, you shouldn't be selfish. But what if it's really all right, Furina? You've worked so hard for so long. Surely it would be okay to put yourself first for once. Is it such an outrageous thing to do anyway? To find someone in whom you can confide your frustrations and sorrows? Surely it could not hurt. If you let this opportunity slip through your fingers, it might never come by. Think about it. Long and hard.
Can she? Who's that? Who's that? Oh, it's her. That was the other version. You about to do it? And then the box. How about I
No,
cool with the box?
I have nothing to say. I am Furina, the Archon of Fontaine. Everything will surely get better. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness my performance until the curtains.
Now what? Now I'm in front of her.
Fine.
Fine what? Damn. I left. Damn, I sounded mad, bro. I said, hell no. Bro, can I rest?
So even Furina doesn't know the truth? You've never once let her in on the full plan?
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, you must first deceive yourself.
Jesus.
She did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once in these 5 centuries, Fontaine would have been doomed to the most tragic fate. It seems that trusting humanity was the right decision after all.
I believe that I understand how your deception works, but that is only half the truth, is it not? How would you build on this foundation to save the people of Fontaine? That is the most important thing.
Ah, good. Of course, the Iudex of Fontaine has pinpointed the crux of the issue. I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine, yes?
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Lenny did mention that he heard a human voice within the core chamber. It now seems that that person was you, hidden within the machine all along.
Damn, so...
Am I right?
Oh, okay.
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would seem so, wouldn't it? Alas, your understanding of this device still lacks sufficient depth. In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill the god of justice.
Damn.
Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, Not only will the Oratrice take down the god of justice, it will also take down the divine throne upon which she has been placed.
So...
I mean, did you think I would be the sort to enjoy peaceful repose while Furina suffered? My work over these last 500 years has been to constantly accumulate indemnitium within the Oratrice. But really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction of the energy generated by the device was ever used to provide power to Fontaine. The vast majority had to be, accumulated to enact this death sentence.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both the trial and the sentence?
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontainians for millennia, had it only been used for that purpose. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rules established by Celestia, and breaking through the institution that is the Seven.
So the Oratrice's call for death was for neither Furina nor Focalor, but for the Hydro Archon. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not misunderstand your intent, you must be...
returning what's rightfully yours to you, of course. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet.
Oh.
But...
So by taking down Furina, the prophecy will come true, and then the role will come back down to you. I mean, you would think he'd be the Hydro Archon. He's a dragon, though.
Oh, what? Getting sad again, are we? The authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more, O Hydro Dragon Sovereign. And this is the face you make.
All you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice yourself at the very end.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my deception worked.
Damn, you're showing emotion for once.
Hydro Dragon, don't cry. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would have loved to judge the heavenly principles themselves. Were they not guilty of essentially the same crime? Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principles stole the power you ancient dragons possess. I, for my part, am the god of justice. And is it not just that your original powers should be returned to you? Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing human existence itself. So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original sin, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, the descent of the Fontainians as humans and their right to exist in this world would be Fontaine's original justice. In other words, existence was Egeria's justice. And to me, justice is the continuation of that existence, defying the prophecy and ensuring that Fontaine's people shall live on. That should be the justice enthroned over all others. At this point, we, whether it be myself or all other Fontainians, have shouldered the burden of this sin for far too long. Iudex Nervillet, the highest judge in our land, when you regain your full power as an elemental sovereign, what verdict shall you pass upon us?
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, I see now that that was your idea too, at last. I now understand the true purpose behind this position. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of living alongside them have gradually brought about mutual understanding between us. And I have even attempted to feel as you are a devious one, Focalor. Things being as they are, surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
Damn. Is that the end? Do I get an ending?
The hour of my execution is almost here.
Damn.
For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but
It's like a geek
faced
thing.
with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common.
Don't show them.
Farewell, Nervalette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
So wait, how's this gonna work? Oh, she's gonna get sturdy with it? Stop showing them. Oh, I'm also witnessing it. And this is it, guys. Oh god. No, it's gonna be gruesome. Oh snap. Damn. Jesus. Nah, it wasn't even a beheading, it was just a fucking crushed. My god. Thank you, Furina, for all you've done. From this moment on, please live happily as a human. Just as you wished we could. Just as I wished we could. Oh snap. Oh, let me relax. I turn into a dragon.
I, Eudex Neuvillette, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Oh snap, turn into a... Damn. Still fall. What's the purpose? Did I just hear razor sniff? Hell no, man.
What just happened? Has the death sentence been carried out?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection? I have a feeling that something huge just happened.
But since we're all still alive and haven't been dissolved, I assume whatever happened was good for us.
It's time to end this. We must mete out punishment to that beast.
What?
Didn't you say just a moment ago that it can't be defeated?
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain means, I now have the ability to separate the power of the primordial sea from that. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry.
Right now.
Traveler.
Just now.
Now that the oratories can no longer function, I require an executor to help me mete out justice.
You mean me?
The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. The beast that enacts the prophecy. Its name is the all-devouring narwhal. Come with me,
narwhal.
traveler. The hour of execution has come.
So, look at this, bro. Alright, we're finishing this today, man. I get no breaks. Oh god, here we go. We're fighting the narwhal whale. I think it did have a horn, so it makes sense. Look at him. Oh! Yo!
But how are we going to do that? It's huge!
Oh! Alright, what do I do?
I've already done my best.
How do I fight this thing?
Sea from the whale. But considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power source.
So how do I deal with it?
Unless I can find a way to attack it from within.
Oh. Okay. Yep.
Right. We shall look for an opening together.
Oh, I got it. I hit it a little bit. I don't think that was enough though. Wait, is my shield gone already? Damn, I'm not leaving this. Oh, hey, sir. Wait, can I hit it?
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Yeah. Come on, hit it. Come on, hit it. Yo. Hit its tail. We need to feel that meter. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Lord, mercy, have Lord. Help. What is this? Break it, come on. Yeah, please. I don't want to die.
The all-devouring narwhal cannot resist its instinct to devour. Continue to trigger its hostility.
Hostility? Right. That meter almost filled. Alright, filled it. I did something. I don't know how to fight this thing. Oh! It ate us. Oh god, now what? Oh, ew, chill out. What I do? Okay. I don't know what. Oh my god, he's not human. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah. What do I do?
I have granted you my protection. Do not fear. Seize the moment and use my power to suppress its root from within.
How do I do it though? Ow. Give me his power. What does that mean?
Gather.
Yeah. Can I use a burst? Can I use interrupt. Oh, there we go. There we go. Come on. No. Come on, fight it. Yep. Stay on his case. Smack. Yep. Come on. There we go. Stun it. Come on, hit it with this thing. My burst back. Come on. Almost there. Gotta break the orb. Come on. Yep, come on. Yep. Okay, I broke it. I think. Okay, that was. Oh. We beat him up somehow. We beat up his inner demons. Do your thing, Neverlet. Do your thing. Oh. Jesus. Whoa, what the? Are you erasing from existence? Oh no, it's a black hole. Who is that? Threw it. You threw child in there too? Damn. Who are you? Yo, you threw a black hole and child.
Thanks for helping with the cleanup. It should have been my job, but oh well.
God, no. Who are you? Hold on. I think I'm about to pull for somebody
It
else.
was just supposed to be a short private training session for me. I didn't think that my disciple and my master's pet would start brawling in the meantime.
Disciple. Are you the actual Hydro Archon?
Well, actually, I had a feeling that it would happen at some point, but they bumped into one another earlier than I thought. What a blunder.
Ooh.
I suppose I'll have to swing my sword 3 million times as penance.
That power. Who are you exactly?
Paimon has an idea. From what she said earlier, she must be Child's master. Skirk, right?
Child's master Skirk? Oh, yeah! Freaking. He mentioned this in the beginning of Fontaine. Someone taught him how to fight.
It's just that he gave us the impression that she was the less talkative person.
I simply did not have anything to say to the weak. But you, on the other hand,
me or
managed to defeat the all-devouring narwhal without using power from beyond this world, so you may speak to me as equals.
Skirk, so are you another Fortune Harbinger, or are you just someone, sort of person?
I have to agree. It's a strange use of a planet's primordial waters just to raise an all-devouring narwhal. That kind of power is wasted on it. It's not cooperative. It eats too much. And I have more important things to do with my time than pet sitting. The only thing that creature has going for it is its looks.
You think the Nar was cute? I mean, I guess, you know, it's pretty cute.
All in all, it fails as a pet.
Miss Skirk? I think you might have missed the point.
The point being?
Well, being that this pet almost destroyed an entire nation. So what sort of person is your master? Well, child's master's master. Wait, is that right?
Oh, right. So you don't know him. Sorry, I assumed you did.
I know
His
child.
name is Sertologi.
Who? Sertologi. Who's that?
I am unfamiliar with that.
Huh. So Master is insufficiently famous. How should I describe him then? Have you heard of the name The Fowl?
No.
The Fowl?
The Fowl.
Still nothing?
Damn, bro, you need to get to it.
How about the Visionary? Vetterfulnir then? Or Gold Rhindaughter?
Ooh, that one we've heard. Rhindaughter's part of the Hexen Circle. She's Albedo's mom, right?
Albedo's mom?
Oh, so you do know that name. To be honest, I also heard all of those names and titles from my master. I don't actually know them either, but I suppose you understand now, yes? My master is likely a similar sort to Rhindaughter. They are both pursuing some form of perfection.
Wait, didn't you also mention a visionary person? Paimon didn't quite catch their name.
Visionary.
Actually, never mind that. I believe it expedient to inform you that the all-devouring narwhal used up nearly all its strength fighting you. Such roiling hydro energies will prove difficult for the planet's deep seas to dump. As such, the Fontaine back on the surface has most likely been thrown into chaos. In other words, the prophecy that you've been fretting over should now be in full swing.
Wait, what?
What?
It's still gonna happen? How? It is natural, however.
Not to worry. Focalor has already managed to deceive the heavenly principles.
So now what? Another cutscene.
In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only Furina will remain, weeping on her throne.
It's already happened, damn. No! Yeah, this is what I saw from the trailers. Damn, bro, everything's just underwater.
Only then will the sins of the people of Fontaine be washed away.
But then you let. I'll snap a bird. What's happening? Damn, so you took.
Help! Over here!
Wait, so did the place actually? Did the actual nation like freaking submerge in the water? I'm gonna assume Nibelec took out the primordial water from within them, so there's no reason for them to dissolve. Damn. Wait, but does that mean? Oh, what's this? Oh, the water level is decreasing. Oh, never mind. Damn. Oh, it's the boat that freaking dude made. Yep.
All
Oh
hands
boy.
initiate emergency rescue.
It happened. Let's go. There is a happy ending somewhat. Who's that grabbing? Yeah, did you know Noah's Ark?
Hey, lend a hand.
Hey, everybody's just grabbing on. Damn. Remnant? Okay, okay. It all makes sense now, in my opinion. What's underneath? Remnant, you got that 12-minute water resistance. Who's that? Lynette? Homeboy? Damn, bro, wait, so what's the map gonna look like now?
Look, the water's receding.
Oh, it's going down. Oh, is this temporary? Damn, alright, so it did flood. But temporarily. Who's this?
It's a miracle!
Dang.
We didn't dissolve. The prophecy was wrong. The prophecy was wrong.
Big dubs. Damn, bro, so all of that freaking submerged? Is that Furina? With the cap. So now she's just a human.
Are you alright?
Yeah.
We're saved.
There we go.
What was wrong?
What was that? The sun. Alright, then everything was explained. We averted a crisis. Is that the end? Oh snap.
Renewed. The Sphina di Rasula talks post-disaster rebuilding. I recently visited Poisson to meet with Miss Navia, spokesperson of the Sphina di Rasula, and we spoke about Poisson's present and future. Old soil can still give birth to new bloom, Miss Navia stated. Hope is like seeing a small cookie when you're starving late at night. Skyship Winglet, Booner Brain of the Fontaine Research Institute. The various disputes that have arisen on account of Mr. Edwin have suddenly become a shield over the Institute, with Jurier turning out to be a once overlooked hidden gem. People always call the first researcher mad, but few know what to call the second. And should that latter person achieve a miracle, they would find it all the harder to find a word with which to classify.
And there we go.
Wow!
Damn.
Paimon barely recognizes the people in the reports. Are those really Jurier and Navia? They sound like real big shots.
What do you
Real.
think? Pretty enthralling, huh? The Steambird's idea was pretty simple. With the disaster just having passed, we would print a free edition packed to the margins with good news to calm people down. The value for these big scoops lies in their inevitable follow-ups. We'll publish further reports and go into the stories behind those people. Edwin's assistant, Jurier, created a true flying ship, while Navia is leading people in the reconstruction of their home. I'm sure that these stories could draw even your well-traveled eye.
Paimon's curious too! Wait a minute. Didn't we watch everything happen from start to finish? What's there to be curious about?
For real.
And that's exactly why I'd like you to come conduct interviews with me. You're the best incubators of news, if you haven't noticed. And also, with you around, I'm sure I'll get to see that Duke.
Are you sure? Hasn't he turned you down several times already?
Oh god.
Oh, this time will be different. Come on, let's head to Poisson first, and then make a trip to the fortress. There are some things you'll only know when you get there.
God, bro, I want this to end. Please. I was kidding when I said I'll finish it all right now. Alright, but it's only... Oh, good point. I already got this one, no? Alright. We gotta go to Poisson, and then we gotta go all the way to... Therapy, right? So we just... Short little conversations. We should be mostly done by now. This is the end. But man, bro, this has been crazy. A lot of lore. Not too much fighting. Which is very interesting because most of this is to be combat based, but hey, a nice change of pace in my opinion. Alright. Navia, what happened?
Navia!
Was that a Fatui?
Oh, it's you. What brings you all here?
Hey, we're just having a look around.
I'm here to update myself on how things are going here. Oh, the Fatui are here too.
Yep.
Let me introduce you. This is Mr. Garun Snežević. He represented the Knave in sending us a large amount of supplies, and is helping with our work. Our residents are hard at work as well. Thanks to everyone, work is progressing nicely. We've lost a lot of people, but we're moving forward. That will have to be enough.
Hello, Miss Charlotte. I'm a big fan of yours. I especially like that article you wrote last year about Fontaine's stray cats. But if you don't mind, could you not emphasize our role too much in your report? It's not charity we're doing here. We just happen to share the same interests as the Sphina.
I get where you're coming from. I'll keep it as simple as possible. Or would you be willing to feature as friendly neighbor?
That would be fine.
Oh, you're back too. How are things?
Was good.
We finished laying down the construction materials.
It'll be another hour before the workers are able to go over there.
Huh? You're here too, Clarence?
Well, her reputation's greatly risen after that whole duel business with Miss Furina. So she's here in Poisson to wait out the heat. All right. She really came here to help me out.
There's too much to consider in the reconstruction of Poisson. The Spina has need of more decision-makers. And, well, I do already happen to be connected to Mr. Callis.
Oh, wait just a moment. Do you mind me asking a few questions? You know, about how you felt before the duel, about what it was like facing down a god. There's lots of exciting material there, I bet.
Forget it. I'm sure you can find a better theme than that, Miss Charlotte.
I see you're the same as always. Couldn't you do me a favor, for Navia's sake?
Well, if we're talking about doing things for my sake, you might as well just take a few more photos of me. Or of the Traveler.
Bruh.
It's better than wasting time persuading Chlorand at any rate.
Of course I will. I'm not gonna let him off that easy. All right, then everyone who wants to be in the photo, gather up. And...
Fire pick for the gram.
How did it go? Was it a good shot? Did Paimon look cute in it?
No.
Not bad. Your addition really helped the composition of the picture. All right, hang on a moment. Let me snap a few more shots. All right,
I mean,
that should
take
do it.
bro down.
I'll be back here later anyway, so let's call it a day.
This dude. Alright, get you later, gangsta.
You're very quick.
Speed is of the essence when it comes to the news, and freshness is the key. Also, not to brag, but I'm pretty good at building connections. Who knows? I might eventually get that interview with you after all, Miss Chlorand.
Wow, you really do have that never say die spirit. I'm impressed.
I'll hazard a guess that this is how you got that interview at the Fortress of Meripede.
Whoa, you're well informed. Let me make a guess too. I asked Sijuin, who told Monsieur Nervillette, and he told you, right?
Yep.
That's a very complete information chain.
In truth, all Monsieur Nervillette asked me was, when did the Fortress become so friendly towards the media? I told him that it was best not to speak too soon. There's no guarantee that Ridesley will make a personal appearance.
You're right. I've got to treasure every moment I have with them. In which case, I'll be making a move first.
Stay safe now. And tell me if you hear anything interesting. I'll treat you to afternoon tea in exchange.
Alright. Now we gotta go to the Fortress of Meripede, or I assume all the way to jail. Nothing. No place like home. Now we're back. We started here and we're ending here again.
Guess we're here again, huh?
Yep.
There's a real nostalgic feeling to this place.
Looks like you've been missing us.
Missing jail? Hell no.
Duke! Did you come all the way to the entrance to...
Of course. I'm here to welcome you and our dear Miss Charlotte, whom our good head nurse recommended to me.
It's an honor to finally meet the much-rumored Duke. Thank you for consenting to my visit to the fortress, sir.
She getting that interview one way or another,
No
bro.
need to thank me. But that said, I shouldn't be the focus of your interview. I trust you recall our agreement?
Of course, of course.
All right then, this way.
Who are we gonna interview? Where's Child, bro? He's still gone. Oh, this guy.
Hey, no need to be so nervous. I've already taken all the photos we need. Miss Charlotte, do these pictures really need to be published on the cover of the Steambird?
Damn right.
It would seem that Miss Lorvine
Thumbnail.
doesn't want...
Sir, please don't say things like that.
But it looks like dear Mr. Jurier denies it. Might this interview be very important to you then?
No, I just... This is my first time being interviewed, and I'm very thankful to the Steambird for...
Now, I might not look it, but I actually did meet Mr. Edwin once. And I'll be honest, I enjoyed chatting with you more. You've definitely got more of that genius vibe going on. The boat that brought about a miracle, the ark that saved the people. Why, you recreated a myth back there, like an emissary of legend. Still, if I might ask, where's that flying ship now?
Huh. Looks like Charlotte's
On the ground.
trying to get herself another exclusive...
I have to apologize, but that ship is presently in the bowels of our factory. I'm afraid it won't be easy for you to get a shot of it.
Really? Well, then in that case, could I have an interview with you to make up for that?
This dude, bro, she's getting it
You
one way or
already know
another.
my answer, I'm afraid. Best you interview our head nurse instead.
Or perhaps you'd like to take another photo of this couple of researchers?
Did you really have to use the word couple? Well,
Bruh.
then, 2 solo photos will do.
Is my hair messed up? Please, someone help me have a look.
Things sure are getting pretty lively here. We've seen this. Oh, seems like everyone's here. Would any of you like to try this new drink I came up with?
No.
Ah, Siegeween.
Hey, Miss Charlotte. Why don't you, take some pretty photos of our head nurse? Sure. Come on, Miss Siegeween. Over this way. Let's find a brighter spot.
Sure. Do I have to smile? So, how have things been at the fortress?
Oh God, what you been doing this whole time, bro?
Same old, as you can see. Fontaine's undergone some changes, but this place is still more or less the same.
Other than that flying ship, it got a tad too much attention, I think.
That's why I decided to let the interview go through. We should direct more public opinions toward the behind-the-scenes heroes. Am I right, Mr. Jurrier? Miss Lurvine?
You're too kind, sir. I believe that you too should have your day in the sun. Not that you would want that, which is a pity.
I'll just leave the spotlight to you two.
Alright, now what, bro? Please.
I see. Lots of things happened that day, huh? Anyway, regarding that Harbinger, I'm not sure you remember, but his 3 young followers are still waiting for his return.
He sure did win them over, huh?
I'll tell them that there's good news and bad news. The good being that their boss seems fine, and the bad being that they must face extended sentences for abetting his escape.
Oh,
actually, what about you? Are things gonna change?
What change can there be? The fortress will keep chugging along, and so will my duties. As to what Miss Furina's departure will mean for the nation, and if our laws and governance will be transformed, we'll leave those to the folks in the overworld.
Hey, everyone. The photo shoot's done.
How much more, bro? Please. I can only take so much.
Good. In that case, let's call it a day.
Thanks for your cooperation. Come on, Traveler, let's go. Till next time.
There'll be a next time?
Next
Maybe.
time.
Who knows? I might write a story about the underwater factory next time. Until then.
Damn,
All
well, she-
right. Last stop, the docks.
Docks. Which docks? A lot of people. Newcomers in. Is that Lenny? Damn, Lenny, who you talking to?
Navia mentioned that she stayed in touch with Linny and the others after working together. Apparently, they've been at the docks distributing these strange pockets the whole time since.
Pockets.
Traveler, Paimon.
Pocket.
Ah, and Miss Charlotte.
Would you like a magic pocket?
What sort of gadget is it?
It's a wondrous bag that can be used to carry many things. The water level has returned to normal, but if you see any of your things floating around, you can use this to carry them. Or you could trick a friend into doing it for you.
Trick a friend? I wonder which of my friends would fall for that.
Don't look at me now. Too smart for that.
You could just make a friend like Fremine here. Isn't that right, Fremine?
Oh, you made a friend, bro? What's the name? Or her? It's...
To be honest, that sounds pretty sweet.
I didn't
Could I
mean
have
it.
your contact, please?
Sure. Please, write down my...
You sure are working hard to help Furina socialize.
He was the one who proposed doing this. He even wants to assist in our magic shows.
Yes, I was planning to first introduce Pear as an assistant, and later Fremine himself. In the future, I think we can leave underwater escape magic to him too.
That said, would anyone want to see a diver escape underwater?
Where you going from, Nate?
Oh, it'll work out. Every journey begins with the first step. He'll become a part of our show eventually.
Lynette, could you come over? Miss Charlotte says she wants to take a...
Got it.
My, that Charlotte is rather perceptive. She got rid of everyone the moment she realized I had something to say to you. Father says that you did a great deal during the latest events. She's very grateful for your contributions to Fontaine.
That's all right. We were more than happy to help. So, what's she doing now?
Oh God, and interestingly enough, I don't think no one... The Gnosis has not been mentioned. Well, I think once, but I don't think they took it, so... One less Gnosis for the Fatui Harbingers.
Oh, I guess you haven't heard.
What happened?
After Lady Furina left, Father and Monsieur Nervillet opened negotiations, during which he gave Fontaine's Gnosis to her as a
diplomatic gift.
Damn it, I know it, bro. It's always gotta be something like that, bro. Okay.
Diplomatic gift?
Yes, I was quite surprised at first myself. But when I thought it over, there were actually a number of things going for it. It could have been done as an apology for the incident with Lord Child, or as thanks for his help in tying the all-devouring narwhal down. Furthermore, Father did also lend significant aid to Fontaine and Poisson.
That's true, but this is a gnosis we're talking about. Doesn't this seem a bit
Oh God, bro. Who else did this deal? I guess Yai and Zhongli, I think.
I would agree, but I've also heard that it seems that Monsieur Neuvillette has had a significant change of heart regarding the matter.
What?
So there's some reason for this that only Neuvillette...
I suspect you'll have to ask him about that yourself.
Well, let's go to it now.
Yes, speaking of which, I did see him strolling around the entrance to the fortress of Meripede a while back.
Isn't he real busy and stuff? Paimon didn't think he'd have... But back to the topic. The Gnosis was given to the knave, right? What about Child?
Yeah, he's gone.
They say that he's returned to Snezhnaya to recover from his wounds. I hear that the recent disaster really did a number on his health.
That's true.
For real? Okay, so he did come back.
About it, we've had loads of run-ins with the Fatui. To think we'd be allied with them this...
So shocked by such a simple switching of sides?
I mean, you still took the Gnosis, so I guess I can't trust you. Damn, never mind. Skirk can wait. Skirk can wait, my guy.
Well, what do you know? Come to the docks to see how my children are doing and meet the Traveler by chance. Please do not pay my accomplishments in Fontaine too much mind. I would have done them regardless.
Are you going to take the Gnosis back to Snezh?
That is our duty as harbingers. Yeah, don't be too preoccupied with sides. The goal of the Fatui concerns not a single place or person, but the entire world. With such a grand goal in mind, it is inevitable that we must wear many masks. Switching my masks is something I've always done.
So you were always on the bad side. Damn.
Well, that depends on many things. No one truly knows what the future holds. What good is honesty if you can't rely on it forever? As for you, I very much look forward to our next collaboration. Good things cannot be achieved alone, and you've proved yourselves to be great partners.
Freaking okay.
A vision? All right. I'll remember to return it. Thank you for keeping it safe for him this entire...
Alright, and they're off. Bro, stuff in the small world.
Huh? You're...
Greetings, Miss Journalist.
Hello. If I'm not mistaken, there are diplomatic channels I'll need to report to take a photo of you.
That is correct. So forgive me, but I will not be able to serve as a subject in your article. However, feel free to write as much as you'd like about our dear magicians and our upcoming rookie talent.
I will.
The sea breeze is quite pleasant. I shall continue my walk while the weather remains so agreeable. Farewell.
Farewell, Father.
Oh,
Bye, Father.
She has such an intimidating presence. I didn't even dare to take a picture. Thankfully, I've already wrapped up all my pre-scheduled interviews. Thank you all. This'll be more than enough for me to write about, I'm sure.
Don't be too nervous. Why don't you take a magic pocket before you go?
Hot pocket.
Here, Traveler, Paimon, you take one.
To move things about?
That's right. Funny. I was giving out magic pockets when we first met, too. And
For real.
what do you know? I'm doing the exact same thing right now. I guess this must be life. We will all follow our own paths, and serendipity will lead you to your fated friends. All right, then. We'll be handing out pockets in some other districts later, so we'll get going now. Have a good day.
All right.
Guess we sent Charlotte out.
Yep.
Shall we go see what Neverlette's doing?
Last stop of the day. God, we gotta see what this is all about. Where is he at? Freaking Neverlet. The final task. Damn, bro. This really is an entrance.
So, you really are here, Neverlette. Paimon didn't think you were going to have free time this hour of the day.
Really? Oh, I suppose you must have met Mr. Linney. He took the time to greet me earlier when he passed the... In any case, you came at a good time. I was just considering reaching out to you to set up a meeting, so I may explain some things that I haven't had the time to before.
What's up?
Paimon's glad that you remembered. Thank you for keeping us on your mind, what with you being busy and all. Alright, let's have it then. How was Fontaine actually saved? The whole business is still quite the mystery.
So...
It is strange how words can often leave a bitter taste in the mouth when it finally comes time to say them out loud.
He tells you what happened, the truth. Freaking Furina sacrificed herself, bro. The heavenly principles. Performance days.
Whoa. So that's what happened? Focalor destroyed the divine throne of the Hydro Archon and restored your power to you, transforming you into a fully fledged elemental dragon sovereign. But Paimon still doesn't quite get what you did to save the Fontainians from dissolving.
For me, the authority of the ancient dragons refers to absolute control over the hydro element. Fontainians were incomplete humans born of Egeria's use of the power of the primordial sea, with constitutions similar to that of mimics. But so long as those primordial energies remain within them, I could use the ancient dragon's authority to grant them true blood, after the fashion in which life was first brought into being. In other words, when I gave my verdict, Fontainians became true humans, and thus would naturally no longer be dissolved by water from the primordial sea.
Yep, see, I knew it.
Focalor must have counted on you to make that decision as well. Your verdict was the key to making the prophecy appear to have come true while saving everyone. Yeah, and in a manner of speaking, Focalor finally managed to fulfill the original Hydro Archon's wish to turn Oceanids into real people too.
Damn.
It seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask.
Let's ask away.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Okay, so there's like the beginning too, the beginning quest. We also answered questions about the disappearance and whatnot. Oh, we have a lot more. We have 4 questions. We have the first one is initial verdict on the child.
I have investigated his case along many avenues, and I have learned that he once fell into an unknown chasm when he was young. There, by chance, he awakened the all-devouring narwhal. But whether it be by sentiment or reason, that should not have been enough to consider him the root cause of the disaster. At most, he would have had tangential liability. As for the judgment passed by the Oratrice during the trial, whether it was due to that liability by association or Focalor deliberately using him to buy time for us on the assumption that he would be able to hold the creature off, I cannot say.
Guess Focalor had Fontainians in mind the whole time. In the end, it was thanks to her that they finally became real humans.
Okay.
Hang on a second. Paimon suddenly got another question. Back when Fontainians hadn't yet become real humans, were the children they had also transformed Oceanids?
Life has always flowed like water. Do you recall how Fontainians would often come to the Fountain of Lucine to pray for children?
Yeah, Lynette said the fountain is where all the waters in Fontaine converge.
In truth, even those couples did not know that such prayers were no mere custom, but instead a form of ritual. Those Oceanids who were blessed within the spring water would later descend as new humans in the coming months.
So they legit pray for children.
Paimon sorta gets it now. Either way, it seems like this ritual won't be of any further use, but it'll probably live on as a local custom.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Freaking Fontaine's future?
Yeah, about that. Risley said Furina has already left. What's that all about?
Ah, Lady Furina. The people are only aware that her death sentence has not been carried out. She abdicated the post of Hydro Archon and left affairs related to that title to me, before leaving the Opera House. I related Focalor's words to her faithfully and completely. After hearing them, she seemed neither saddened nor comforted. She simply said that she was tired and needed to rest. Having said that, she then packed her things and moved out of the Opera House.
Damn.
Not unlike how an ordinary person might.
But she's still got a place to stay.
You need not worry. I will make arrangements to ensure that she will not want for food, clothing, board, or travel. In truth, I am somewhat happy for her. The wear and tear on her spirit will, of course, take time to heal. But now that she no longer has to play the role of Focalor the Hydro Archon, she can finally lay down her burdens and lead a normal life.
What about you then? What are your plans now that you've regained your full powers as the Hydro Dragon?
After Focalor passed on, the Oratrice also ceased to function.
Damn.
This matter will directly affect our trials, After much careful consideration, I've decided to take over its role in our courts. From now on, I shall hear cases and pass verdicts by myself.
Alright, no more
Still
oratories.
considering stuff from the perspective of the Udex, huh?
As an elemental dragon, there are indeed many things that I must do. But this power and this duty, in a manner of speaking, you could say that both were granted to me. As such, before I attend to my other responsibilities, I must first and foremost continue to serve Fontaine as its highest judge. The duty of the Hydro Sovereign and the duty of the Udex shall coexist within my person. Additionally, the Hydro Archon's departure has brought about another problem, which is that the Opera House shall no longer produce indemnitium.
That's true. That power was derived from the people's faith in the Hydro Archon, wasn't it? Wait, but the various mechs and machines in the city are all still okay. Where are they getting their energy from?
As I am now, I have full command over New Musia, and it can serve as a complete substitute.
Oh, okay.
Another reason why I cannot quite leave Fontaine immediately.
Wow. This ancient dragon's authority stuff is really quite useful, huh?
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Alright. God. Gnosis. Why'd you give it away, bro?
That's right! They say you've given it to the knave as a diplomatic gift or something!
Damn!
Leaving aside their intentionality, the two Fatui Harbingers have indeed done much for us during this crisis. Their sole remaining goal in Fontaine, at least at this point, would seem to be the Gnosis. The Oratrice has ceased to function. The Hydro Archon's divine throne is now no more, and I do not need the Gnosis's power. As such, it has lost all meaning for Fontaine. If the Fatui have impure designs, then we might as well accede to their request now, and avoid unnecessary conflict.
What complicated considerations? Paimon thought you were just giving it to them out of gratitude to the knave and as an apology to Chuck.
Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Alright, last question. About the next step of my journey.
You'll soon be heading to Natlan, I presume.
Natlan, damn, bro. A year from now, bro. That's crazy. If you think about it, that's how they've been doing it. But it feels so quick. Like, I swear to God, they just introduced Inazuma, and now we're already here in Fontaine. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
I'm afraid that I have little talent as a travel guide, so all I can do is tell you what I know about that land. As far as I'm aware, Natlan can be said to be a nation of dragons.
Damn, nation of dragons.
A nation of dragons? You mean like...
No, I suspect that I would not find myself welcome there. Unlike ancient dragons such as myself, the dragons of Natlan have undergone long years of development and evolution. Large numbers of them have entered a form of coexistence with humanity.
Oh my God, so we're gonna like see like beasts among humans? That's
Natlan
crazy.
is also the nation of war. War ravages those lands like an undying flame.
So what do you guys think? Because I thought Natlan was gonna be like desert, kind of like how Sumeru is, but it's not apparently. So you think it's gonna be like volcanic, dry, or what? Mountainous? You feel me? What type of terrain? Because I guess Fontaine is kind of like I don't know, kind of like Inazuma and Mondstadt maybe.
There is one other piece of information I got incidentally from my negotiations with the Knave that I believe may be useful to you.
What's that?
The Harbinger known as the Captain has thrown his hat into the endless ring of war.
The Captain.
Sounds like a real tough customer. Seriously, everywhere you look, there's a Fatui Harbinger doing their thing.
So we're gonna meet the Captain
I
next.
suggest that you fully prepare yourself before going to Natlan. In the meantime, Fontaine's doors will always be open to you. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Nah, that's everything, bro. Sibling?
Hang on a sec. Paimon still got a question about the Gnosis.
What's
when
up?
we spoke to Linny earlier, he mentioned that your attitude towards giving away the Gnosis had clearly changed.
Oh yeah.
We guessed that there might be some reason for it that only you were aware of.
No wonder the House of the Hearth is the Fatui's intelligence division. They are certainly sharp. So regarding this specific issue, I was just getting ready to share something with In truth, I exchanged some further words with that lady named Skirk after sending you two back to the surface.
Skirk?
It went something like this.
What did she say?
Well, we're going to head topside to see what's going on. You hurry over soon as well, all right, Nervalet?
Alright, he changed everything back.
What next?
The all-devouring narwhal isn't here. so I'm no longer getting any interference. I can finally catch the scent of your power. What it's made of. It is the authority of the planet's primordial dragons, but with something very similar to a god's curse mixed in. It's quite a novel blend. I'm sure I've encountered something like this before. What was it again?
I do not know what you speak of.
Ah, of course. How could I forget? You should have the remains of the third descender on your person, yes?
The third descender. We're the fourth, right? It's the traveler. Remains of the third descender. Third.
Remains? I've never heard of any such thing.
Huh. According to your parlance, I believe it may be called a gnosis.
Well, that much is true. After Focalor's divinity faded, she handed her gnosis to me. But I fear I have never heard of it described in the manner that you just did.
I've been training with my master, the Foul, ever since I was young, and I have never returned to the surface since. So most of the information I possess, I got from him. It is only natural for those who are greater than humanity to possess a different sort of common sense, which is why there are so many problems in our attempts to communicate with humans. Regardless, you should probably get rid of objects of misfortune to prevent any disasters from befalling you. To live in itself is a blessing. But once a person dies, the bonds he once had with this world shall all turn to curse.
What do you mean by that?
No need to fret. These are just my personal thoughts, and my reason for no longer wishing to return to the surface.
You in the water?
This third descender you refer to, who are they?
Master never mentioned them to me. Perhaps it just wasn't that important for me to know. If you're interested, though, I could ask him. I'll be sure to pass the answer on to you next time.
Next time? You believe we will meet again?
I do. Wait. I have a disciple of my own, don't I? He can be the messenger then.
Child? Okay. The descenders, bro. We need that message now, to be honest with you.
That's what she told me. Whether it would prove useful or not, I wanted to pass that information on to you.
The remains of the third descender? So
Interesting.
that's what the gnosis actually are. Paimon just thought they looked like chess pieces. How could they be a person's remains?
That's
All
crazy.
the same, assuming that there was no misunderstanding or special metaphor at play, that is what she meant to say.
And she said that it would bring misfortune and that you should check it, which is why you gave it to the Fontaine.
If she speaks the truth, then I would simply be putting Fontaine at unnecessary risk by keeping it here.
Okay. A descender. She mentioned one of them. I am the fourth descender. Am I gonna say it?
I guessed that you might already be familiar with this concept, but I did not expect you to be one of them. That means that the gnosis, which are exceedingly element compatible and can even enhance elemental abilities, do indeed come from the third descender. I wonder, does your body also possess similar properties?
Oh, you know what I realized? He just mentioned that the gnosis contain elemental energy from the third descender, so I guess the third descender created the gnosis? Not too sure. But he mentioned the compatibility of elemental energy with me, and I could wield all the elements without a vision. So you know what that means. What if I'm like a gnosis, like a living gnosis? That'd be crazy.
Like being able to use elemental powers without a vision. That does sort of count as special compatibility, right?
Yep.
No, let's not think about this stuff right now. It just feels comparing the Traveler to the dead third descender and all.
That's
That's what you say, but this topic still feels like bad. Once Child recovers, let's get some more answers out of him. Or go look for his master and get the answers there.
I too believe it unwise to make too many blind guesses when information is lacking. The same is true of being at court.
Alright. Whatever the case, it seems like the crisis here in Fontaine's over for now.
Yes. All of Focalor's efforts were for this moment as well.
But she sacrificed herself in the end as a god, and she suffered through all those years as a human. Was that really what she wanted?
I suppose that would be the mystery of a god's will. I suspect not. But once in a while, I too would guess that if wishes were like the clouds in the sky, they will one day return to the earth as raindrops. Life flows like water, and rain is the final answer. The water levels may sometimes tilt one way or another, but the rain falls fairly upon all. And what, ultimately, is the difference between the rains that fall upon all of us?
I don't know, man. And there it is. Masquerade of the Guilty. Just like that. Man, bro, that's too much sauce. You have anything to say? Oh,
it seems from your expressions that you still have more things you wish to ask. Ask away. I will tell you the truth as I know it.
Oh, you could go ask again. Okay.
I suggest that you fully prepare yourself before.
Yeah, not long. Crazy. But yeah, my goodness, bro, that is it. What else? Oh, freaking Furina story quest, which is gonna be interesting just because I guess technically now she's a human. Well, she was always human, but she's no longer held back by the role to play a god. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it for this video here. Longest one. I might split into 2 parts just because I don't know how I feel about posting a 4-hour video. And I feel like that's too much. But regardless, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll catch you guys all next time. Peace.